Hi, I'm Bartek from Lichthund. I'm the creative director at ROCKBEASTS. So ROCKBEASTS is a rock and roll management RPG set in an alternative version of the 90s America. You're managing a talented grunge band trying to make it without losing their soul. So with ROCKBEASTS we were inspired by the 90s sitcoms and TV shows and also the MTV era and its aesthetics. We wanted the game to look like an animated show. We were inspired by things like Daria, Beavis and Butthead, and even modern adult animations.
Evening, everyone. This is Iggy Pop, and you're listening to Rock On. I really don't need to introduce tonight's guests, but heck, it's the polite thing to do, so here goes. Paz, Vernon, good to have you here.
Hi.
Sup?
So, I hear you'll be performing at the Aid the World gig? Can you rock the stage like you did in the 90s?
Yeah, just like in the good old days.
Were they always good, though? Was it always so obvious that you'd make it big?
Oh, no. The first few years, we were clueless. Early '93, we were on the brink of falling apart. But then, we finally hired a manager.
So this is the very beginning of the game, when the manager, you, the player, meets the band for the first time. It's a little shitty town, and the band's just chilling in a dive bar.
Hey there.
Look, this must be our guy.
You're the manager, right? Michael's friend?
Yeah, that'd be me.
Cool, I'm Paz. I play the guitar.
Keith, drums.
Carlton, I'm a sea bass, and I play bass. What are the odds?
So what exactly do you bring to the table?
Oh dear God.
What? We'll be paying this guy, so I want to know. What exactly will you do for us?
Dunno. Manage?
Let the man speak.
Plain and simple. I'll make you rich.
Go on. I'm listening.
Yeah, this industry's all about money. Labels, agents, PR people, they're all looking for new sheep to shear. Young, fresh-faced musicians who don't know the difference between royalties and royalty.
One's plural, the other's singular?
Keith.
I make sure you don't get screwed. I make sure you get noticed, and then make the most of your 5 minutes of fame. I book you gigs. I get you advertising deals. I put your faces on mugs, t-shirts, and mouse pads.
So, you whore us out.
If that's how you want to put it.
Paz wants to cure cancer with music. Don't you, Paz?
Fuck you, Vern.
I'm sure we could try to do both. So, how much would you charge for your services?
15% of what we make is industry standard. So it's gonna be 15%, right?
Yeah, 15% is fine.
Perfect. I guess it's official. Welcome aboard.
I got claws and teeth, I'm gonna set them free. I am an animal. You wanna pet me, but I'm gonna fuck you up. I am an animal.
ROCKBEASTS isn't just a visual novel or an interactive animated show, it's a full-blown management RPG. When your choices and the way you resource manage your band influence the story and how you progress and how your band levels up and expands. So here we'll have our first mission as a manager. We need to take care of the band, and we're going to show you some of the things you'll do to get your band's resources up.
I never do paperwork on an empty stomach.
Or a sober mind.
So here we just had a breakfast with the band to get their health up, and we can get back to the paperwork. It's good that we have Carlton on the team. He used to be in law school.
Looks pretty standard to me. I'm cool with it.
And be sure to have a nice signature here. As in any RPG, we're gonna get side quests and main quests, and it's up to the player to decide if he has the time or the patience to go through everything the band needs. Now it's time for some good old bribery.
Hello? Who is this?
I'm a manager, got your digits from Paz Gordon. Now, I believe she talked to you about promoting her band.
The one with no name and no discernible prospects? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, well, now we've got both. I'll fax over all the info.
Okay. And what am I supposed to do with that information?
I was thinking you could play one of our songs, give us a shout. I want to create some buzz for our next gig.
You have a gig?
Of course we do. Big one. I'll send you all the details right now.
Pump the brakes, hotshot. Ever heard the expression, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours? I'm gonna need some cold, hard scratch, if you get my meaning.
I've got your back, Gretchen. I'm writing down a dollar amount, and I'll send it over with the other info. I think you'll be pleased.
Hey, now we're talking. This could be the start of something beautiful.
$20 can get you a long way. And last step, the good old fax machine. In case you don't know what a fax machine is, ask your dad. As you might have noticed, Rockbeast is a turn-based game. We divided the day into 4 distinct turns, and each turn you can do just one action, and it's up to the player to decide what they're gonna spend their time on. We always wanted the manager to feel like he has to juggle between the time spent with the band, things that are important to him, and making sure the gig doesn't blow.
You showed up. You really think you can fix the amp?
And here we have some mini games. Again, you're gonna be doing a lot of different things in Rockbeast, not just dialogue.
And there we go. Good as new.
Wow. You even fixed that annoying buzzing sound. It's a miracle.
You're gonna get rewards for side quests just like in any RPG. Some of it might just be experience, you can get cool gear for your band to perform, or just cosmetics and other stuff. Some side quests will influence the story, but you never know what actually matters to the band and to you. In Rockbeast we have a killer soundtrack of 16 different songs. We wanted to explore different genres of the 90s rock scene, from hardcore punky grunge to more pop-punky songs. You'll get to explore them as your band progresses and you progress the story and you level up.
Nice venue.
Really?
Well, for a crackdown, yeah.
So now the band is playing its first gig. You didn't have time to prepare and it's in a shitty basement. But you have to make do with what you have. As you can see here, you'll have a whole set of different highlights you can put in every song. And that's going to determine how well your band performs, how difficult the song will be, and what's going to be happening on stage. We have different solos, either drum or guitar solo, for every song that's going to influence how the song sounds and what the minigame will be. And that's just a little bit of the complex system we have related to the gig. It's the most important part of the game, so now it's time to play a gig. Obviously it's a music game, so we have a lot of rhythm games. We have a whole array of difficulties, so if that's not something you feel you like to be challenged with, you can set the easy mode. But if you're crazy, you can choose the insane mode and have a really difficult experience, but also a very satisfying one. We put a lot of effort into making every song feel unique and fun to play. Rockbeast doesn't just look like a TV show, it's also structured like one. So we have episodes, acts. Every episode starts with a new adventure for the band. So here we are a couple of weeks later. The first gig didn't go as planned, and we're now in charge of making sure the next one is a hit. The way you make sure your band performs well on a gig is by earning focus points. To get them, you need to perform opportunities that are events that happen in every episode and every day. It can be anything from doing a rehearsal to hanging out with your band or paying a journalist a bribe. Anything to get your band up there and playing awesome music. So now it's time to do a rehearsal in the only rehearsal room in the city. Here's an example of a side mission. We have to get the rehearsal room and we have some obnoxious goat taking up our precious rehearsal space. So there's a couple of ways we can approach this problem, and the choices we make will determine the story.
Yeah? You a groupie or what?
Not quite. I'm a band manager. Been told this is the only sensible rehearsal room this town has to offer.
Checks out. That's why we booked it for the whole week.
So get lost.
Not an option. My band really needs this room. We have a gig this Saturday, gotta practice.
Well, so do we.
Wait, We have a gig on Saturday?
No, Billy! We gotta practice! 'Cause of the new recording, remember?
So maybe we're gonna take the easy route and try to pay them.
Give us a bit more and we're golden.
That makes things more complicated. Maybe we can try a different way. We're pretty broke at the moment, so $150 seems like a lot to get rid of those guys.
Don't let it hit you on the way out!
About that practice room.
You got it for us?
I tried, but it's already booked by some obnoxious goats.
Ah, shit. What now?
I know a guy.
With the practice room?
Ah, nope. With a baseball bat and a good swinging arm.
Keith, I don't quite see how that... Oh, okay.
Where do I find him?
Hangs out in the trailer park. Big guy, mean face, hard to miss.
Right. I'll take a look around.
Okay, so Keith knows a guy, and he might be a solution to our goat problem.
Looking for trouble?
Yeah, I am. Just not for myself.
Keep on talking.
You see, there's this bunch of stubborn goats who need to be taught a lesson, and you look like the kind of guy who can educate them.
Maybe. But I don't do charity work.
Didn't think you did. Will this make it worth your while?
Oh, it will. And I'll make sure the lesson sticks.
So that was just the first few days in Rockbeasts, the very beginning of the game, and there is much more to come as the band moves, progress, and you meet new characters. We didn't want to tell you a story, we wanted you to live it. Every beat of the narrative unfolds through hands-on gameplay. You don't watch your band struggle in cutscenes, you struggle with them through the mechanics. In Rockbeast we have dialogue that matters, resources that tell the story and shape the story along the narrative, and music that drives your progression. It's a huge game with over 100 characters, 90 locations, multiple endings, and choices that truly matter and hit you in the gut. So this is Rockbeast, with our first public demo coming out this summer. Wishlist now. Coming out on Steam, PS5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch. Oh my god, my brain is fried.